Guys, welcome back to World Illuminator 11 and to our series Divine Goddess Rising. I hope you're all doing great today. And if you are new to the channel, a really warm welcome to you. Really glad to have you over on the channel. So we are getting close to the end of this series and the end of January as well. And the plan is to finish the messages from the goddesses in this deck by the end of this month. So we will be doing some extra cards as we go along so that we are done by the 31st. So let's see what messages are coming through. Thank you, angels. What messages are coming through today from those goddesses? Oh, okay. Wow, right. Let's see these cards. So we've got 3 cards that have jumped out, which works out really perfectly. So the first card that we've got here, we've got Rage. And the goddess that we have here is Medusa. So, you may be going through something in your life that is actually bringing you rage right now. It's like that rage feels like that anger and that fire that burns inside of you, just needing to let things out. There's a lot of things that are happening in the world, things sort of coming out, finding out a lot of things that can bring in that rage, that desire to do something to bring in a change. So rage can actually be a positive thing. It's actually something that will help you to be able to take certain steps to change certain things. There's a lot happening in the world where people may feel like they need to lead like something and bring in a change and do something to help others. So there is that kind of rage that I am being given as well here, the rage that helps to bring in change and helps to move things forward. And then there is that rage that you may just be having because of certain pain and things that have happened in the past. Could be to do with your twin flame journey, with your divine masculine, and it's about working on releasing that, and it's not about ignoring that anger. It's about really feeling it, why it's coming up for you, and then working on dealing with it, feeling why you're feeling the way that you're feeling so that you can work on releasing it and forgiving the past so you can be able to move forward. Because as you hold that anger within, that rage that is sort of tearing you apart within, it is actually affecting you rather than the other person. So it's really about seeing where those emotions, those sort of negative emotions are coming from, if it is something that you're having, and working on releasing that. It's all about healing yourself. And as you release that anger, it can help you to be able to move forward on your path. Because when you hold all that anger within, over time, that can actually cause disease of the body. So check in with those anger emotions that are coming up for you, and and feel them, let them rise up and feel them. Don't sort of hide them or pretend that they're not there, because it builds up and it just affects you. So that's the message that I'm really getting with this. So let's see what Medusa is saying. 23. So 23 is saying, so Medusa is the shadow of rage. So it's like the shadow side of the shadow of rage. And it says Medusa is feared as an ugly, vicious monster. The truth, this Libyan Berber dark goddess of wisdom's rage is sacred, epic, and fully justified. You are pissed off and petrified, angry and shaking. So this is Medusa's shadow guidance. But underneath that, you are hurt and broken. So you may be feeling all this anger and you're petrified and you're angry and you're shaking. But there is a lot of hurt and being heartbroken underneath. Feeling undervalued is overwhelming. You can't stay silent anymore. Let your joys, hopes, and beauty rage on. So I feel that this can be about that feeling of, wanting to make a change and, and really sort of feeling like, I need to break out of this and bring in that change. Take a breath, close your eyes and put both hands over your lower abdomen. Tune into the part of you that feels out of control. Flood it with loving, healing, golden light. Now put both hands over your heart and do the same. You have a right to your full range of emotions, including anger. So you're being reminded that you have a right to whatever emotions are coming up for you. And it's about feeling them rather than sort of trying to pretend that they're not there. So, really tune into it. Tune into the part of yourself that's feeling out of control when you are shaking and angry. And, and really flood that with that loving, healing, golden light. You can feel that and see that golden light coming in from your hand, and putting that light into that part of yourself that feels out of control. And then put both hands over your heart and do the same. So if something comes up and it brings in that rage for you, this is the guidance of what you can do. Give yourself that love. Sacred rage inspires us to run for office, lead protests, and shift policies. But unhealthy rage can devour your very soul. So that's the message that I was getting at the beginning, that you can have that rage that can help you to bring in a change, but then you can have the rage that can devour your soul, to take you more into a place of darkness rather than letting the light of your soul shine. So it's about working through that rage. Get clear on what is really happening. Allow yourself to feel your feelings to see the truth. Just because you feel threatened does not mean you're being threatened. I have a right to feel my feelings. So it's always about feeling your feelings. That's the big message that's coming through. Whatever those feelings may be, whether they're negative, you always have the right to feel, or even if they're positive. But where they're negative, they're the ones that we try and get away from. And the message is, I have the right to feel my feelings. So give yourself that chance to be able to feel those feelings so that you can be able to release them. The next card that we've got is grief. And, and this is also, a powerful card. The goddess is Allah. And, and grief is something that, we all experience in all sorts of different ways. It can be grief, for the passing over of someone that you love, or it can be grief of the losing of a relationship. You went through grief when the separation happened in the physical with your divine masculine, with your divine feminine. There's all that grief, or other people in the past. It's like a process that you go through, a process of releasing the feelings and feeling your emotions. So really the messages that are coming through today, they are about feeling your emotions, letting it all pass through you, work through whatever it is that's going on, rather than sort of putting it away, or just carrying on with life and sort of saying, oh, it's okay, because we have been brought up in a society of, just pretending that things are fine. Someone asks you, are you okay? It's like, yeah, I'm fine, when there's so much else going on within you. So I feel the messages for today are about really sort of feeling those feelings and seeing what's happening with you. So grief is about letting yourself go through whatever feelings are coming up, where you are missing someone, where you may be feeling all sorts of different things coming up. So we're going to see what Allah says. And that's number 29. So the message that's coming through for 29, Allah is the goddess of grief from Nigeria. Ancient Mother Allah is the foremost Igbo Alusi goddess. Allah oversees motherhood, fertility, and the afterlife. After death, humans return to the womb of Allah, replanted in the soul to reincarnate. Allah's guidance. Give spirit your grief. So, if you are going through grief right now, it may be the passing of someone over to the other side, and it's all overwhelming you. Remember to always bring the Creator in the things that you're going through. Give your griefs to Spirit. Always remember that whatever it is that you're going through, you are not alone on this journey. So always be in that place of inviting and working with the Creator, no matter what may be going on within your life. And, whatever grief that you have, give it to Spirit. Bawl it out, wail it out, cry it out, sob, shriek, shred tears, surrender it. So this is about letting it out, rather than holding it in. Do whatever it is that you have to do to let it all out, with the crying, sobbing, shrieking, whatever you have to do, shed those tears. They're all part of the healing process. They're all part of releasing, and surrender it to the Creator. Know that things have turned out the way that they have have for a reason, and we all have a path that our own soul is following. So, it's about giving it to the Creator and remembering that you're not alone, whatever you may be going through right now. Embodiment, you are holding unprocessed grief. So you may be holding on to grief for things of, something that happened in the past, something that you haven't processed, that you need to work on releasing. And it says you want to skip over it and back to normal, but grief doesn't go away because you ignore it. So that's that message. It doesn't go away because you ignore it. You need to go through it and process that grief. The only way to healing is to walk through it. I hadn't even seen that. So the only way to heal it is to walk through it. So you're being asked if there is something or grief that you're still holding on to. It's time to walk through it and work through it and release it. Losing a loved one is the ultimate heartbreak, but you also experience grief after breakups, job loss, and disappointments. So that's what I was saying at the beginning. We all experience grief in all sorts of different ways, and it is about feeling those emotions, going through it as well. Self-love and self-care are required. Ask for support. So this is asking for support from above, or also asking for support from others if you need it. Self-love and self-care are required. So give yourself all the time that you need. Give yourself the love that you need. Let yourself feel whatever it is that you are needing to feel at the time, and be gentle with yourself as well. Okay, Goddess declaration. I am supported by my loved ones, those who are seen and those who are unseen. So beautiful message. Remember that you are supported by your loved ones. Say, ask for that support where you need it from the Creator. Give it to Spirit. Give it to the Creator. Surrender all that grief, and also supported by your loved ones. So I am supported by my loved ones, those who are seen and those who are unseen. Okay, and the last card that we had, because 3 came out, was this one here, number 1, and it's seasons, and it's Nana Buluku is the goddess. So Nana Buluku, seasons. So what I'm really getting with this card is that everything that we go through in life is like the seasons. You move from winter to spring to summer. There's all this change that sort of happens, and then to autumn. It's like there is a change in seasons, even in our own lives. You're not always in the same thing. You may be in the season where things are like winter time, where everything is frozen and there seems to be no movement. But know that during that time, there's a lot that's happening behind the scenes, and you may feel the same when it comes to your twin flame journey. It's like nothing is happening, but there's so much more going on behind the scenes, and the season will shift, the season will change, and it will move on to spring, it will move on to summer, where everything sort of starts blooming, and there's that change that comes in. It all just happens in the right divine timing. It's all about knowing that just like the seasons change, and when the time comes and the trees start to bloom, and flowers blooming when it comes to spring, it's all in divine timing. So it's about you knowing that whatever season you may be in your life, it may be a season of grief right now, things going on, in your life, and challenges, but know that even if you are in that feeling of everything is stagnant and frozen, there is going to be an up. That season change is going to happen to bring in something new. So that's the message that I'm really getting with this card. And what I'm also really seeing is that, these cards that have come out, if you see the colors in these cards, there's all this sort of like dark energy in a way. That's about that energy of, they're beautiful colors, but, they're darker colors, and they are showing you that we go through certain things in life where they may be a bit more of the darkness that is sort of happening. But, everything that happens where there is that darkness is actually to help to bring out more of that light within you, because the light is within. And whatever it is that you may go through, whether it's that rage, that anger, a challenging time that you go through, or the grief and the pain, that all helps you to grow and shine your light even brighter as you walk through all these sort of things that happen in your life. You know, the seasons where everything is all down, and it helps you to then be able to break through that darkness of the things that you experience, to let that light of your soul shine through. So it's all there to help to bring out more of the light from the darkness that you may experience in your life, or the challenges that you go through. That's the message that I'm also getting. So let's see what Nana Buluku is saying. So seasons is number 1. So powerful as well. So this is about new beginnings. So whatever season you may be going through, you know, it will bring in a new beginning as well. Nana Buluku is the goddess of seasons from Benin. Nana Buluku is the most high supreme being, primordial grandmother, mother of all the Orishas, deities, and the Dahomis, wise women, herbalist, and healer. And it says, Nana Buluku's guidance. You have entered a new cycle now. So it's all about new beginnings, entering a new cycle. Right now, we are in a new cycle. You know, we've just had the Chinese New Year with the rabbit coming in, the white rabbit coming in, New Year as well, 2023. So we've now entered a new cycle as well. So allow yourself to become present. So you're being asked to be present in your day-to-day life and trust in divine timing. When it comes to all areas of your life, trust in divine timing. Even if you may be going through a difficult time in your life right now, trust in divine timing and be present. Don't be in such a hurry. You know, even on your twin flame journey, don't be in such a hurry. Everything happens in the right divine timing, and there are no shortcuts here. So you're being reminded that there are no shortcuts. Trust that everything is exactly as it is meant to be, and it's leading you to where you're meant to go. Are you ready for a new beginning? So you're being shown here, are you ready for this new beginning? You are in, or you are entering a new season that will force you to evolve. This is a time of major transition. So if you're going through a difficult time right now, you're being shown here that it's actually there to help you to go through a transitioning into bringing out more of your light. It's helping you to evolve more so that you can be able to move forward. So you're not stuck. Wherever you may be, if it's sort of that frozen energy, you feel like it's like that, you are not stuck. This could be to do with your finances. This could be to do with your health. Whatever that is, apply it to whatever. You are not stuck. Or your twin flame journey, you are holding on to old patterns. So you may still also be holding on to old patterns, and you're being asked to bring in change in your own thinking, in your own beliefs as well. Change can be terrifying. It can be terrifying, but allow yourself to be mentored, you know, by the angels. Work with spirit to be able to move forward. And it says to you here, a commitment test from the universe may pop up to delay this new pathway. So stay the course. So, you know, you may feel like things are not happening, you know, in your twin flame journey. And it may be a commitment test coming through from the universe for you to help you on this path, for you to stand in your faith and in your trust, no matter what may be going on. So your time is now. You're being asked to stay the course. The time is now. Things are going to change. That new season is coming in for you. We are at the new start of the year that is bringing in change. So stay the course. Your time is now. Great things are coming in. So the message from the goddess is, I am limitless. So remember that you are limitless, and you're working with the creator, that, you know, the universe that is limitless, to bring you in the things that you're desiring. So everything is coming in for you in the right divine timing. So beautiful, powerful messages coming through. I hope you have a great day, guys. I'll see you on the next video. Love, peace, positivity, and light.